I think what happens is our black community finds it hard to believe that you could really go to school, work hard, achieve goals, but use your brain legally.
Right.
It's
That's a
like,
fact.
well, you play sports, you rap, you
Yeah.
scam.
You sell drugs.
You know what I
Like my
mean?
neighbors think I sell drugs.
The neighbors think I'm selling dope.
Nah, 100%. Like I when I first moved into the house, the neighbor, I opened the garage because I got the big RV garage, so the door take forever to fucking open. But I pulled in there, and I'll never forget. The lady came and she parked right behind me in my garage. So basically, she had me blocked in.
Yeah.
And she was like, "Hey, are you lost?" And I was like, "Bro, it's my house. Like, what are you talking about?" But it was just crazy the stereotype. People don't believe you. You know who you're doing what you're doing. You know. What I'm saying?
Well, she was like, because I heard that your cars are rented.
I mean, that y'all said that. That's why I showed you my insurance cards last night.
Oh no, he said there's no way you can get those.
I showed you all my insurance cards. I ain't gonna pay insurance on rented cars, so Geico get me for $2,500 a month just off.
Yeah, they
the
said
car.
you know somebody at the dealership or something.
Yeah, man, that's cool.
Just to get to drive their car.
You know what's crazy? It's crazy.
There's no way you
bro,
know how to do that.
But Chef, you know what's crazy?
What?
People will figure out more ways to believe you can't do it than figure out more ways to just like, okay, I could just emulate this or copy this. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah.
like even this podcast, like my man Oscar, he heard it our first time. He decided, hey, I want to start doing some government contracts, right?
Yeah.
He could have sat here like a hater and be like, man, they ain't making as much money off no government contracts. But he jumped in. Now he about to get a first couple contracts. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I just think that's more important than I see so many people focusing on how people not doing something compared to just putting that same energy to just do it. You know what I mean? Just kind of put your head down and do it.
And while you're on that topic, I've seen a lot of people from a distance started to do contracts. Now I'm doing contracts, right?
Mm-hmm.
I'm like, it's cool, but they learn they're on the way to the hard route.
Mm-hmm.
They know I have the service to give. They know I have the offer, but it's like, if Chef can do it, I can do it. But you're retard. I did it, and I stepped in potholes, and I stepped in the mud, and I lost a lot of money thinking I knew I was doing because there's nobody here to teach me.
Right.
Why wouldn't you want to
Come to the
fast forward
source.
10 years? Like, oh,
Yeah.
they already went through the potholes. They already went through the mud. Why wouldn't you want to fast forward?
Bro,
But it's
yeah.
like, you know what? He could do, I could do it. So I'm going to sit back here and watch what him doing and doing it on my own. You're being a retard, you're going through the hard route.
Yeah. It's like I'm pretty sure your mom said it too. It's like hard head make it soft ass.
Yeah.
It's like people really just want to learn the hard way. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
it is.
That's just how we are as a demographic. But you know what's crazy? How we were talking about yesterday, and it was just like the things that you need to be a boss. Like people be like, oh, I got money, so I'm a boss.
Man. Girls be like, I got me a boss. I'm like, how's he a boss?
He got money. That's it. That's all they say.
He got a chain, he has money, he's a
Yeah,
boss.
he got like now he a boss. But like I feel like a boss is an identity, and within that identity, you need to have more. You need to have management skills, delegation. You need to have discipline. You need to have so
Yeah.
many other things that genuinely make you a boss. Like nowadays, that term just get thrown around.
But
oh, he got money. I'm dating a boss.
You know if a female can tell who the boss or not? When they go to the dinner table or we go to a club, go somewhere, and the server, everybody kept going to that one person, asking what to do.
Yeah, that's what I said. Yeah,
That's how you know who's the boss. You know
Yeah,
what I mean? You be like,
and you know
okay.
what's funny? They genuinely pick it. Like if all of us went to dinner right now, right,
Yeah.
and we just sat down, the server comes, they scan the whole table, and they just like pick it. They just pick it from themselves.
man.
They'll just come when the time for the bill to come. They'll just hand it to a certain person. I swear to God, just watch it next time.
No, it happened.
And you be like, okay, I guess I'm the designated.
I was in Jamaica, and the lady just came to me and said, yo, what bottle you want? I'm like, who told her I was in charge? I'm like, all right, cool, but I'm usually in charge anyway. But I'm
Right.
like, how did she walk through the crowd to come to me
Right.
to ask me what's the
Nah,
plan?
it happens all the time.
I'm like, oh, man.
Yeah, it's
but
like-
how did you feel about like we had it was an interesting night last night, right?
Oh my God.
About
I knew
like
he was gonna bring this up.
no about
He was
no,
gonna-
I'm going to like bragging when people don't have it, they look at you as bragging, I believe.
Right.
Right? But the person doesn't know the conversation that happened beforehand. So I remember you said, hey man, it's just me and you. I found out at Dre's after hours you could get a hookah table, $150. I said, yo, let's just spend $200. We
Right.
good.
Right.
Let's make it an easy night, spend $200.
Right.
By the time the night was over, we spent $2,000-$3,000.
Right.
So I'm in the elevator. I said, yo, I thought we were spending $200. How we up a couple grand a night?
Right.
And the dude thought we were trying to brag
Right.
to impress the females.
Right.
When our thing was we were trying not to spend no money.
Yeah.
And then we end up getting lit and
But that's just hater energy, man. Like it's like first of all, no one's even talking to you.
Yeah.
Second of all, it's like why do you that like his mind's so small that he thinks that we still playing those type of games? Because to give him to be devil's advocate, to give him some type of credit, there are corny dudes out here that was play those games. There's girls in the elevator and they be like, oh, we were supposed to spend $200. No, we spent $3K just to try to get some attention.
Yeah.
But we genuinely were just having like a genuine conversation. Like, bro, we failed the mission. We were supposed to, you know?
We failed. Our mission was like, all right, first place we went in, it was courtesy of the mob. We didn't have to pay for no bottles.
Right.
But we took out some money ourselves, so we didn't want to take nobody because the dude threw like 30,000 at once.
Yeah.
Like, no, let's get our own money to throw, so
For
we
sure.
don't, you know,
You gotta
we're
hold
not
your
doing
own
that.
at all
Hold
times.
on, right?
Yeah, yeah.
So like, okay, cool. It's like, yo, we threw a little bit of money. We didn't have to spend no money on no drinks. It's a nice night. I was like, it's cool. Let's go to, because if you do this every night, man, you just investing in these clubs.
Yeah, you burning through the money.
But we failed them, and my whole joke was we failed the mission, and somebody else think we was trying to flex in front of females, and that almost came to. But that's when it comes to conversation where if you have a different conversation, people think you're bragging because they can't see it. And then I sized them up. Cause I looked at him, I'm like, oh, well, he got scrap jewelry on.
No, he was trash.
Like he has chains on, but it was scrap jewelry.
But that's why I went to another level out of character, because it's like, I don't know, it gets into a place where I'm like, you don't even have the credentials to even talk to me.
Yeah.
Like, you only, if it wasn't for this elevator, there's one elevator in this establishment where we have to share, that's the only reason you next to me. You know what I mean? So the fact that you even overhearing some bullshit that we talking about in our conversation, and then you have the audacity to jump in it, it got me hot, because it's like, bro, you don't even have the audacity, you don't even have the pedigree to talk to me. Like that, like back in the day, like early in the years, like this generation is crazy, but back in the day, it's like you go in certain rooms around certain people, you really kind of had to raise your hand to talk. Like you know what I mean? Like you can't just spurt out, just walk up to somebody and talk to them, and it's just like now, that's crazy. It's like people just disrespect you, walk up to you, touch your car. Like I got pulled over yesterday. The cop, they come to the car, and I'm in a Rolls Royce, and they bang, 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 knocking on the window. And I'm like, yo, this is a $500,000 car. Y'all banging on, like, what y'all doing? Like, what you think I'm doing in here? like, what danger you think is gonna happen to you? And I'm like, you know what I mean? And then she was like, well, I didn't know she did that, because I checked the cop, and I was like, why is your partner banging on my window? I didn't know she did that. I'm like, you definitely knew she did that.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But it's just stuff like that. It's just like, that's the thing you gotta navigate when you start really getting some money, is that you gotta keep yourself, your new energy and your new wave away from the small level frequencies. And unfortunately, due to certain things, you have to intertwine with certain energies that you don't really need to. Like a cop, he making $50,000 a year. I have to intertwine with him in this moment, because he got to do his job, which is to pull me over for whatever he wanted to pull me over for. And that's where that's where the shit get crazy, because like you at this high frequency, you driving your dream car, you got money, you living the life you want to live. This man's struggling. You don't know what's on his mind. And you got to, them two frequencies got to collide for that moment. Yeah. And it's like, if you ain't humbled and you ain't cool and calm and collected, this is why people get shot. This is why things happen, because his frequency is already dark. Yeah. Because he going with his life he living. Yeah. And you coming in with your high vibration, that's already disrupting his frequency. Why you so happy? You know what I'm saying? Why you like, there's no way you could be just happy. You know, I got a pregnant wife, I got 2 kids, I'm barely making it. How are you so happy? And then it's like,
but I know what it be, man. You gotta think about it, man. Dudes really go home and their mama really be like, your bedroom stink, clean it up. You know what I mean? And you sleeping on an air mat on the floor.
Yeah, it's
you know what I
bad,
mean? No
bro.
frame. And then like your girl won't give you no coochie. You know what I mean?
Right.
And then you eating microwavable food, but that's your life.
That's your life.
So it's a rough life. So it's like you can't really smile, and then you can't figure out the game of life. So like life is a game, but are you gonna win? Are you gonna
figure out how to win?
You gonna figure out how to win?
Yeah, you got to.
Like, you know what I mean? Some people playing life game on easy mode. You know what I mean? I like to play it on hard mode, and if it becomes normal, I'm already advancing. Yeah. But a lot of people just haven't figured life out. Some people want to play the game. They're on level 1 still. Like, I don't feel like going to level 2. I don't want to beat the boss to try to go up the ladder.
You know what's crazy? I don't even think that some people, we blessed with vision. Some people don't even know there's another level. Yeah. You know what I mean? It's like that old saying is like, if you put fleas in a bottle, they gonna jump, because fleas could jump up to 100 feet. Yeah. You know what I mean? But if you put them in a glass jar, they only gonna jump into that ceiling. Yeah. You understand what I'm saying? So it's like your condition of your environment. You are what your environment.
Every environment you have somebody on another level. You know what I mean? Because when I was coming up, having a lot of money is $70,000-$80,000 a year. Like, you make money.
Oh yeah.
You know what I mean?
For sure.
They be like, yo, and then you got a decent, you got a $20,000 car. You know what I mean? Your partner is cool. Like, that person makes money. Yeah. So that's, but you know, it's always an elevation. But I think that's on the poverty level, how you can look up to it. But like when you start getting money, how much money is money?
Well, for me, I got a different outlook now.
Yeah,
You
but
know
I'm
what I
saying
mean?
when you for like, what do you think the world is? What do you think girls be like? Man, he got money.
Yeah, you
How
know,
much money is how much
I
money
think
is
I
money?
think when they mean by that, and this, I'm just being as kind as possible by saying what I'm. I think what they mean by that is that he has access to money when we need it. I don't think they put a number behind it. You know, because there's situations where it's like, oh, babe, I want these shoes. Like, oh, not right now. So that guy in her eyes don't have money, right? If a girl's like, hey, babe, I see his new bag. It was cute. Like, okay, I got that for you, and go get it. He got money, but that could have been his last. But since he have access and he has willingness to spend it on her or around her, in her interpretation, her perception is he got money.
So, another question: How is a weird dynamic? Like a poor dude, somebody who don't really have it, have to spend money for sex, but a person with a lot of money gets sex because they have a lot of money.
Yeah, man. It's. I mean, that's what.
They
That's
get
what.
it for free.
Yeah, that's
Like,
what.
you know
That's
what
what
I mean?
everything though. Like even us, like we got a couple dollars, and we go places and we don't gotta pay.
Mm-hmm.
You know, and bro, I go to certain restaurants and certain places out here that I would have, you know, when I was coming up, I would have dreamed to be at. I would have paid whatever just to go, and I go there for free.
Yeah.
Which is crazy to me. You know what I mean? Like just the whole flip of like having it and they just roll the red carpet out for you and still give it to you. You know, like rappers, they get like these cars you see these rappers drive, they get sponsorships and the companies give it to them for free. Where we out here killing ourselves to go get these cars and pay for them, there's people getting stuff for free. So it's just like, it's all perspective, you know what I mean? And it's about aligning yourself and your business and your brand to be able to accept those type of gifts. You know what I mean? Even this podcast, if it goes to a certain level, you know what I'm saying? Now we getting paid to do this.
Hell yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that's a fact. I think we was talking the other day about expenses, man, about how much people's monthly budgets of expenses are. You know what I mean?
What do you think is a good to be in a very financial literacy responsible space? What do you think a good healthy?
Like, I'll be blowing money fast like that. I think if a person makes at least $20,000 a month, they made it.
If they make or they spend?
If they make the normal person.
No, we talking about expenses though. We're not talking about
expenses,
profits.
right? Oh man, like my expenses are high. Like,
But give me a number. What do you think is a good responsible space you should be in to like be able to live the life you want to live and then still be saving, throwing money in art and Roths and.
if I can get my finances down to $25,000 a month, I'll be in a good place.
You'll be happy.
No, if I can get it down to that.
Yeah.
But I spend a lot more than that per month.
Right.
But if I think $25,000 a month is pretty much I can live happy with that. Still go to vacation. Can I go to vacation for 25 a month?
Depending where you going. You go to Mexico. You can't go to Turks, maybe. But
You got the mortgage. You got this. It's in California. Living expenses are expensive. Living expenses are expensive. Or I could do a cheat code and move to Texas, move to Vegas. I could do a cheat code and move out of California.
I'm gonna be honest with you. I live here in Vegas. It's really not a cheat code no more. It's not as expensive as Cali, but it's getting there. You know, it's not like Texas is still a cheat code. Like you still go to Texas and get a 1-bedroom apartment for like.
You can live a dope crib for $2,000 a month though in Vegas.
No, you can't, bro.
No?
No, hell no. Pull up Trulia right now and find a dope crib for $2,000, bro.
They got some condos for $2,500 and stuff.
You said a dope crib, like a house.
I think I see some. They got some houses.
But it ain't dope though. Like compared to, I'll show you a dope house. It's gonna be like 15
You
bands.
can't even live in $2,000 a month in Cali. Nowhere.
That's what I'm saying. That's what I said. That's what I'm saying. Cali's still expensive.
Yeah. You can't live in the hood.
But
for
Texas, you
$2,000
can go and get a house right now in Texas for $2,500.
Yeah.
Like a nice house with a yard and.
What you think? What's your monthly expenses?
Mine's is 20. I'm at like 28 right now. I'm trying to get it down more. I don't really glorify that. I'm frugal, man. I'm a Black Jew, so I hate spending money. You know, I don't even call. You know, it's an acronym. You know when somebody's name is William. The acronym for William is Bill.
Oh, yeah.
So I'll be like, man, these Williams is killing me. You know what I mean? So, like, I don't call them Bills no more because I just don't even want to hear that word. You know what I'm saying? But it's like at the end of the day, I choose and pick and choose my monthly expenses. So that's why I'm okay with what they are. It's not like cars and certain things that I spend money on that.
Mine's about $350 a month.
But that's your business expenses.
Business mixed with a little personal. Like my business coach, I pay him $15 a month. I pay him $14.5 a month. Mm-hmm. You know. I got a few people on personal lawyer retainers. I pay a lot of money. And then my other business, but like me personally, I'm probably like at $50 a month. 55.
Oh, like personal? But that's because you blow a lot of money, though.
Oh man,
I could be at 50 if I was blowing money.
I gotta stop. And then I be paying people bills.
Yeah, I can't.
And then these girls be expensive.
Yeah, they are.
If you date multiple women, man, you gotta make sure they all good.
You don't have to, but you do, and I respect that because that's,
Yeah.
it comes, I guess that's what comes with the responsibility of saying, hey, we're not going to be exclusive with each other, but I will take care of you
No,
while
you
we dealing with each
You'll
other.
be exclusive with me. What?
You said you want them to be exclusive with you, but you're not exclusive. Okay, so they dating you. You're
Why
not dating
not?
them. No,
Why not?
I'm not mad. Listen. Let's get into it.
It's 16 women per man in the world.
Okay.
In America. I think seen as like, I want to have it my way. And I'll just keep moving until I have it my way. Like,
But let me ask you a question, a serious question. Do you get to a space with that? Because in my experience, when people with that mindset, they get into a space of like loneliness every once in a while, or like, damn, I wish I had somebody solidified.
well, I'm lonely right now. I ain't even gonna lie. I'm like low key kind of a little lonely right now. You know what I mean? Because I want somebody to love my dirty draws, and I want to love their dirty draws.
But do you don't feel like that's contradictory to what you just said?
Probably is, but I like having it my way. I'm happy right now. I'm very happy.
So you lonely and happy.
Yeah, it's weird.
So that's crazy. It's like salt and vinegar, bro.
It's like, what do I do? Because I done been in a situation where I've been in a relationship, and then like I'm arguing about a girl I've never seen her vagina. You know, I've actually slept with women because of I've been with my lady, and she tells me how that girl likes me, and I'm flirting back with her. I had no idea the girl even liked me. I have no idea there's something there. I'm like, oh, okay. She ain't bad. She actually looks all right, too.
I don't think that was what the purpose of her telling you that was.
Hey, but we argued about something
You haven't done. So you like, fuck it, let me go do it then. If you,
Yeah,
I feel
like, you know what I mean? But it's like, it's crazy how it works. But I like the fact where, like, my last two relationships, I had no argument about other women. Like, if you can bring another woman, like,
But let me ask you a question. Do you feel like a woman can really ever, like, because I feel like women are very territorial. Do you feel like a woman can ever really truly love you if she feel like she got to share you?
Yeah. I think they accept it. There's things you have to work to accept. I have to accept that I can never be with a virgin.
You could never what?
I can never be with a virgin.
Why
I have
not?
to accept that.
You could go find the virgins out here still.
No.
I mean, there's people that's saving themselves of marriages. You just gotta find.
Man,
You better go to
look.
Christian Mingle, bro. They out there, bro.
Man, they probably lying. They probably had. I'm a virgin, but I gave 20 niggas head. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? It's just like I gotta accept it.
That's crazy.
I don't really like dating girls with kids. 'Cause I gotta walk. I gotta.
I
gotta look at proof that somebody nutted you.
I can't. I don't got kids, so I can't date somebody with kids. I always told myself that's my only one standard. I want to start my own family with.
I have kids, but
Yeah.
I don't want proof that nigga motherfucker done nutted you walking around.
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
proof. It's like, you know what I mean? Like, why?
Bro, this is the things you think about, bro.
How dare you even fuck with anybody before me? I'm like, yo,
Yeah.
I don't know. You never been in love with a girl? I'm like, man, how the fuck you even dating this motherfucker before me?
Yeah.
I ain't know you, bro. Like, why?
Bro, you just want her to wait for you.
Hey, so, like, the hard part, right? How do you? I see some dudes are tough. Like, how do you look past a girl that had a whole phase and be with them? Like,
A whole face?
yeah, like, because
Just-
a lot of
just-
girls. But I'm saying if she know, a lot of girls have it, but I don't want to know.
I mean, you just said it. A face. It was a face. You know what I'm saying?
So they could be unhoish. They could tear it back
Yeah,
off.
I mean, I feel like there's a lot of foundational stuff with that. Like, I feel like when women like crave attention, and maybe they grew up in certain situation, or they just, like we talked about earlier, the environment they in, it's just like that's their influence around them. Hey, we got to be out here. I get the guy with the money and be here. I think a lot of women, man. I mean, I talk to a lot of different. I mean, especially being out in Vegas, I talk to a lot of women that people would classify as hoes, and they not really hoes. They actually good women. It's just that men are very predatorial and very aggressive, so they take advantage of weak women. And I think they have a weakness in them with that. They don't have something fully developed, or they crave attention, so they'll just like take it from anywhere. I talked to one girl. She was like, I done had sex with people that I didn't want to. I was scared. I was scared to say if he took me out to dinner. He drove all the way down to see me or whatever. He did some stuff for me, so she felt obligated to give him some pussy. And it's like, I don't think they really hoes, though. I think they just do it because, like I said, they scared or whatever the case. But I think if you get to know the girel and you really talk to her, you'll be like, she a good girl.
I wouldn't know nobody give me no petty pussy.
You probably got some. You a big guy.
I get took out film.
You 6'2", 300, and you probably got some pretty scary pussy.
Wow, man.
You probably got some. I'm just keeping it 100. Like,
really
oh
just-
shit, if I don't give him some, we in this dark room, it could get crazy.
Just think about it. I don't have my feelings hurt plenty of time. 'Cause a girl be like, no, I'm like, you know, and I walk away from it.
Yeah.
You know, because I want you to want me. I get
So let me-
turned on by you want me.
Let me ask you a question. Why do, since you like, females and this is your world, let me ask you a question. Why do people value another woman giving her pussy to a next man? Like if you want to date in a relationship, why does it hurt you physically when like your girl cheat on you or
Let's
you?
talk about that.
Yeah, but like I'm just saying why though.
Because I feel like you conquered my land.
See,
It's
that's
like you conquered it.
You don't feel like a little selfish and controlling?
Yes, it's my land. You conquered it. Now her eyes are popping out of her head, her skull, veins inside of her head. Ah! And
Oh
like,
my
you know what
God,
I
this
mean?
guy,
That all that visual is there.
Yeah.
Sucking dick.
Yeah.
And now you conquered mine. That's my hut. You know what I mean? Like caveman, like my little hut. And and another king that came over and took it over.
But I feel like no one can ever take something that's rightfully yours.
Man.
Like,
Which was never mine.
Exactly. So why should it hurt you? It shouldn't bother you.
It hurt because I cared about her. And I thought she wanted to see high vibes from me.
I respect that, but caring about somebody is also knowing that they're a human and their own person, and they're gonna make decisions that whatever they're gonna do. And I feel like you got to care about yourself more to the point where it's like, okay, you made a bad decision that I can't really forgive, and I'm gonna go this way, but I don't look at you no way, and I don't care. I'm not gonna be mad at you. You made a decision for yourself.
If a girl cheated on me, man, don't ever let me find out. I don't want to know. I'm pretty sure I'd have had some girls that suck some dick on me. You know what I mean?
Bro, the way you say
Yeah,
it.
they don't suck some dick while it's with me, and they did it cool out there. I have no idea that ever happened.
Bro,
And
is
guess
that
why
the
we're
new
all
word?
happy?
Suck some dick on me? It's crazy.
Yeah.
I mean, you done suck some dick on me.
You know what I mean? It got crazy. You know what I mean? But it ain't really hurt because I never found out. And I think it hurt more when you got that homie come and tell you, like, yo, I just want to tell you. You know what I mean?
But I just, in my opinion, not to cut you off, I just feel like we shouldn't. Well, my moral of that question was, I feel like we shouldn't value sex. So we, as a society, we value sex too high.
I don't know how to get over that.
We value pussy, and women value dick. Like, there's a situation where girls are like, oh, I know he was cheating on me, blah blah blah, and it's like, okay, if he cheating on you, go ahead. Why? Like, let him do him. Don't get so wrapped up and go crazy because he out here putting his pole in another hole. You know what I'm saying? It's like that's what his decision.
Yeah, he was just having exercise.
Yeah, like.
I mean, she shouldn't trip about that.
It's the same decision making. I look at it same. It's like you told you he was going to get you. He's gonna cook chicken tonight. You got home. He made tacos. You ain't leave him.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So he made a decision. You know what I mean? Like, oh, last minute, no, now, babe, I decided to make tacos.
Why is it the same when a female do that?
I feel like it should be all the same because we don't own nothing. We don't own in this life. We don't. Just like they always say, there's no U-Haul truck behind a hearse. We don't take nothing with us.
There's double standards in this world. If you can't pass that, it's what it is. It's double standards. You can't help.
No, I think we just need to stop valuing
So you
sex.
double standards?
No, I'm just saying we should stop valuing sex as a society.
I'm just saying when I go to the bill and I have dinner, they go pass me a bill, not a female. I ain't make that up. That's just what it is.
No, 100%.
A female could be like, gay today and not tomorrow. Can a guy do that? No.
This nigga on with today.
No. A guy can't do that. It's a wrap. He sucks some dick, it's over. It's over.
Yeah, I agree with that. Like if he come out the closet, you ain't going back. Ain't no going back in, bro. Like,
But why not?
no,
It's the same everywhere.
no,
Why not?
it should be the same, but it ain't the same. Because manhood is just, I feel like manhood is just something that's just you have to carry. You know what I mean? And once you, and you know what I was gonna say? I was talking to my homegirl about this yesterday, man. I was like, man, next gay person I see, I'm gonna walk up to him and shake their hand, man. Because for you to have to take a dick in the ass every day, you the strongest man alive. You know what I'm saying? Like, a dick in the ass is crazy, bro. Like, I be trying, I get freaky every once in a while. I be trying to do anal, and you should see, they be crying. Like, they tears, like, real tears. Like, they can't, and this is a female who normally, this is her job to take dick. Like, you know what I'm saying? And you try to slide every KY jelly, you trying it, right? And you could probably get this much in that motherfucker. You got these gay niggas out here that, they getting ran, bro. You hear the Diddy video, you hear niggas screaming and shit. It's crazy, like. So, but it's like I just like, damn, I salute you, bro. Like, I don't know how you do that. You know what I'm saying? And find some type of pleasure in that. That's crazy, though.
You know the
It's crazy.
the crazy thing with gays and homosexual, right?
Mm-hmm.
At
You
my
gotta
age,
tread softly on this.
I know, right? At my age, I've seen the transition. I've seen it where it was bad to be gay. When in the military, you couldn't join the military if you were gay.
Yeah, for sure.
Like, I was there when they transferred from gays not allowed to no, don't ask, don't tell, to you could be gay.
That's crazy.
And then there's a word back in the day that was used all the time that we can't use today, or it's like, whoa, it's called the F word.
Yeah.
Back in the day, the raps and everything was
say
like
it all the
normal.
time. Yeah.
But like I've seen the transition. So like now that's how I see where like even you have racist people, right? They transition. A 70-year-old person was here when blacks weren't allowed to drink water, and it was normal. And then at 30 years old, like hold up, now these blacks can come over here and do this.
Yeah,
but their
blacks got
mind-
power. Blacks own stuff.
Yeah.
Like
So, but the way they're known, normal is segregation is normal though.
Right.
But now it's not. So they have to tread lightly of how they talk.
Right.
But I think it's the same with my generation, our generation. Like I've seen the whole transition from sex to, being closed to open, and now everybody's open to it. But now it's even weirder.
What do you feel about that? Do you feel like do you accept gays in the society, or how do you feel about it?
I didn't understand it. I didn't understand gays at first. Cause like, if a man wants
Do you think it's DNA? Like they come
I'm
out gay?
gonna tell you.
Okay.
So at first I was trying to figure out why does a man want another man? So why don't you get a stud? Why don't a stud just get a gay guy?
Right.
And I was watching. They said so they said it's DNA, right? I think it's two things. I think some people are just freaky. Some people just love sex.
You.
I just no, I'm not. I just
You have a-
like
you have a-
thinking
yeah.
pussy. It's just like, yeah. But I think when I go to Pride, I'm like, why is everybody sexual on Pride Day?
Right.
You go to Pride and everybody's naked and they got a sign that says "Enter here." All kinds
that's
of.
crazy.
It's very sexual.
How do you know this though? When you was there?
Because one time I was I had a food vendor. I was cooking. I was cooking
okay.
at Pride Day. There's a lot of
Okay.
money coming Pride Day, and I was cooking a vendor.
Okay.
And I just seen all kind of. It was like crazy, but it was very sexual. But he got the kids out there saying, prideful. But I don't think you should introduce a kid into gayness yet because it's social media and stuff. Like if you tell your son, your son could have just been a little feminine, and he ain't grow up to his male, toughness sports yet. And now he done sucked the dick, and now he can't go back because he heard you suck dick when you 17 in high school.
Yeah.
He tried it out. Oh, I realized I'm not gay. And it's just everywhere now.
Right.
You remember he sucked dick back in, it's kind of crazy. So I know I'm talking about a lot of dick sucking. But the DNA part, right?
Yo, you just took a
I know.
left turn. He went this way.
So the DNA part, my sister, she got really upset with me about this.
Okay.
But how I accepted it, I feel sorry for people. Sometimes
okay.
gay. Because there's people who kill themselves and says, I didn't want to be like this.
Oh.
Right? There's people who say they kill themselves. And then I had family members like, you think I wanted to be like this? So I'm like, man, it's a mental disorder.
Can you be friends with a gay guy?
Yeah, I could be cool, but we don't have nothing in common to be like friends. You know what I mean? But we could be cool. But if somebody tells me I didn't want to be this way and I was born this way and I don't like the way I am, I'm like, is that a mental illness? Because you were, I'm like, if your chromosomes supposed to be leveled out a certain way and the chromosomes are screwed the wrong way, that means you're not born normal.
Right.
Like when they have a short arm or long hand.
It's like, Down syndrome or something.
Yeah, it's like that. Yeah. But now you're born to be attracted to the same sex. And to, and a lot of things are different. But you're saying they're crying. People commit suicide. They say, I don't want to be this way. I'm like, I feel sorry for them. Like, man.
Yeah.
Like, that's how I look at it. I'm like, I think it's like an illness almost.
Right.
But when I say that, I'm being disrespectful. But why are you telling me you didn't want to be like this? Why are you killing yourself because of who you are?
Well, that's the way you have to, digest it, and that's not wrong. Same way like you just said about the white guy who, think black shouldn't own. They got to digest it somehow. They got to figure out. They got to sit down with themselves like, all right, how can I accept this? And that's the way and that's not wrong with that.
Yeah.
I personally, I don't have a problem with gay people. Like, you know what I'm saying? Because my thing is, I don't look at that deep. Like, oh, like now you just said put that. I'm like, oh, that's a good point. But I don't look at it like that because I just think, hey, everybody's people. Yes, like once again, I don't put sex on a pedestal. So your sexual orientation is just sexual orientation. Like I don't care. I could care less what you do behind closed doors and what you do and who you do it with. You know what I mean? And I'm the same way with women and men. Like I don't care what y'all do. Like But what I do, I will say I don't like or dislike is like the women who dress up like men. I'm not trying to be biased. I just don't like it because y'all convenient men. I call y'all because it's like when it's but it's like when it's time to be a man, like y'all can't do certain things, and like now all of a sudden you're a female. Now they like you gotta like. No, you a man. No, like you want me to view you as a man, I'm gonna view you as a man. You know what I'm saying? So it's like I don't really like the convenient men. You know what I mean? But
it would be crazy because like we busted the table down. And you telling me, I mean, these studs.
Yeah.
Proper way. That's the proper term, right? Stud.
Convenient men.
Convenient men. Are saying no.
Right.
They want to get it free. You know what? I was with it was a crazy night. I was in my hotel in San Diego. I was with Jeezy, RJLA, Taliawe, Casey Veggies. You know, it was a bunch of rock stars in my whole suite. We said, yo, the girls asking to come. We said, yo, only girls. You know, we don't know the guys. You know what I mean? Only
Right.
girls. We're the guys.
Right.
This girl brought a stud. When I said the elevator, she brought a stud. My man was like, yo.
Is she sucking dick?
You know what I mean? It's like, he's like, yo, you know, like, he said no, you know. So it's like, it'd be weird. So, like, why put me in a situation like that?
Right.
And you said, like,
That's what happened last night at the table. Remember, the 3 girls outside and they was
So
wanting
they
to
had
come
a
in,
stud, right?
and she had a stud with him. And I was like, oh, I can't come. You can't. None of y'all can come if she coming, or he, or you know, what the fuck. You know what I'm saying?
yeah,
So,
but I see what you're saying. Like, but I'm not this comfortable with gay men because back in the day, I thought if a gay guy around you, he gonna try to sleep with you. Then I
Yeah.
found out they all have a secret code.
Yeah.
They know. So like, a gay guy has never approached me, try to like mess
Never.
with me
Yeah,
because they know, you know what I mean? They know what it is.
They know who they can flip out, and they know who can they influence, and you know all that
so
shit.
it's a secret code, but
Yeah.
I'm cool. I just, like I said, I had to see a way to understand it because I just never understood why does somebody want to do that.
So what about how do you feel about 2 women together? Not studs. It's just 2 women, 3 women.
I don't get. I see it for sexual purposes, but like to be with the same sex,